Hello everyone, welcome to Wi-Fi Learn. In this video, we can see about some node voltage problems, shortcuts. So we can solve this node voltage problems within a minute without forming a matrix by using a Cramer's rule and using a lengthy procedure to find out the node voltages and branch currents. So we can use some shortcuts to find out very easily. So it may help you to do these types of problems in exams. Okay. So in node voltage, first you have to find the number of principal nodes. Here the principal nodes are 1, 2 and 3. And take any one of the node as a reference. Here in the picture they have taken the reference node 3 as grounded. So the node equations are written according to the KCL and Ohm's law. Current is equal to voltage divided by resistance, that is V into 1 by R. Here they have given the resistance value already in the reciprocal manner, which implies that they have given the conductance value. Now apply KCL in each node and find out the node voltages. They have asked us to find in the problem, they have asked us to find the node voltage, determine the node voltages. So it is very easy. So first write the node 1 equation. In the node 1, there is another method also. First write the self resistance that has been connected to the node 1. Self resistance that has been connected to node 1 is 1 by 5. Right? The self resistance that has been connected to node 1 is 1 by 5. So V1 divided by 1 by 5 plus. And the common resistance that has been connected to first node and the second node is 1 by 8. So V1 minus V2 divided by 1 by 8, which is equal to the current which is incoming or outgoing to that node. The current which is incoming are 36 ampere is incoming here and 48 ampere is also incoming here. So 36 plus 48 will get the value of 84, which is very simple to write this equation. If you take a reciprocal, 5V1 plus 8V1 minus 8V2 is equal to 84. On further reducing, you will get the value as 13V1 minus 8V2 is equal to 84. This is equation number 1. And in node 2, there is no KCL equation can be written because this node 2 is connected to the ground value, that is it is connected to negative value. We consider the negative value as a ground value. So the value of V2 is minus 5 volt. No use of writing this nodal equation or finding the node voltage because already they have given it has been connected to negative terminal. It implies that V2 is equal to minus 5 volt. Okay. So V2 is equal to minus 5 volt. So if you substitute that 5 in this equation, we have written a node equation 1 that 13V1 minus 8V2, your V2 is minus 5 is equal to 84. So 13V1 is equal to 84 minus 40. So 13V1 is equal to 44, your V1 is equal to 44 divided by 13, your V1 value would be of 3.38 volt. Value of the V1 is 3.38 volt. So V1 value is 3.38 volt and V2 is minus 5 volt. Since here V2 is shown implied indirectly, that is anyway KCL equation cannot be written for this node without introducing a variable current through this 5 volt. Right? Here the voltage has been given but there is no resistance. If the resistance or some other element has been connected, then the current can be found through this node. But it is directly connected to the source, but it is directly connected to the voltage in the negative terminal. So V2 is equal to minus 5 volt. By using this V2 only, we have found the V1 value very easily, just by using a node voltage. Without forming a lengthy matrices, we have solved easily. Move on to next problem. Say in this problem, determine the node voltages for the given circuit, given conductance in Siemens. So this circuit is simple only. same as the last problem, but they have given the conductance instead of resistance. The relationship between the conductance and resistance are: resistance resists the flow of current where conductance allows the flow of current. So, resistance is reciprocal of the conductance. Reciprocal of the conductance. So, we all know according to Ohm's law, current can be given by V divided by R, that is V into 1 by R. So, I can be represented in forms of conductance as V into G. Your conductance is measured in Siemens and represented as G. So, they have given the G values. Now, we are going to write the equations in terms of I is equal to V into G. So, before going to the problem, find out the number of principal nodes in the problem. The principal nodes are 1, 2 and 3. Assume any one of the node as a reference. I am taking this third node as a reference value. Similar to the last problem, first write the nodal equations of first and the second node. Node 1, the conductance that is connected to the first node. The conductance that is connected to the first node is the voltage at the two nodes are V1 and V2. Right? Now, you can write the current KCL equation as per this equation. I is equal to V into G. G is a conductance. So, the self conductance that is connected to the first node is 4 into V1, and the conductance which is common to first and the second node is 6x. 6 Siemens. That so it can be represented as V1 minus V2 into 6, which is equal to the current which is incoming or outgoing to that node. The incoming current is 57 and the outgoing current is 15 here. So, 57 minus 15 would be equal to 42. 42. This is the equation 1. Understood? This is the self conductance of the first node and this is the common branch conductance for the first node and the second node. After doing some mathematical calculation, you get 10 V1 minus 6 V2 is equal to 42. This is the equation 1. Equation 2. And in node 2, similarly, write the KCL equation. First is the conductance which is self conductance that is connected to the second node, 6 V2, and next is common conductance connected to both the nodes, that is 6 into V2 minus V1 which is equal to current incoming and current outgoing, sum of the current incoming and sum of the current outgoing. Here the current is 39 and 15 are incoming. So, the total current would be of 54. After doing some mathematical calculation, your equation would be 6 plus 6 is 12 V2 minus 6 V1 is equal to 54. This is a third equation. Now, this second equation can be further reduced, divided by 2, that is 5 V1 minus 3 V2 is equal to 21. Take this as 4. And this can be further reduced in terms of 4 V2 minus 2 V1 is equal to, that is 6 V2, divide by 2, 6 V2, 3 V1 is 27. Divide this equation by 2 and divide this equation by 2. You will get the value as 5. So, the two equations are 5 V1 minus 3 V2 is equal to 21, 3 V1 minus 6 V2 is equal to 27. Multiply this equation by 3 and this equation by 5, you can eliminate the value of V1. Okay. So, for that we will get the value of V2 as 7.6211. After doing such calculation, you will get the value of V2 as 7.6211. Substitute this V2 value in any one of the equation. So, you will get the V1 value as 10 V1 minus 6 V2 is equal to 42. Substitute the value of V2 here, 6 into 7.62 is equal to 42. Your V1 value would be 8.7 divided by 10 is equal to 8.7 value. 87.7 divided by 10 is equal to 8.77 voltage. V1 is equal to 8.77 voltage. Your V2 value is 7.62 volt and V1 value is 8.77 volt. Just a simple mathematical calculations. I hope you understood this concept of nodal voltages in terms of conductance. That is, if the circuit elements are represented in Siemens instead of ohms. Both are same. Reciprocal of resistance is conductance. Okay. In terms of that, the equations are formed and the equations are solved by normal algebraic calculations only. Either you can use matrices also, but it is a lengthy procedure. I hope you understood the concept. If you have any doubt, please leave it in the comment section, and you all know the drill. Like, share and subscribe to Wi-Fi Learn. Thanks for watching the video.